love and support.
I did it again, Linda. I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. I clicked it. But I was like, dang it.
I love the beginning. I do. I love that blue and the neon light thing and all that. That's really great. I really like it. That is really good. Bravo. Hello,
Thank
everybody.
You.
I finally made it to a Wednesday morning catch up.
Yay,
it only took me 2 weeks to catch up.
She's here, everybody.
Yay.
But yeah, welcome, Linda. This is your first Wednesday show, I think, too, huh?
Yeah, I'm like 2 weeks delayed.
All good. It's all good. Welcome everybody in chat. We've got Jigs, we got Jenny, got Nicola, we got Robin. Welcome everybody. Welcome.
Welcome.
So first and foremost, I wanted to show a video that I made a couple of nights ago. Dozer, as everyone knows who Dozer is, he sent me a bunch of pictures in email of flowers that he took pictures of, English flowers, because he's actually from the UK. So I made a little video. Yeah, he's a great supporter. We like Dozer. So I'm going to go ahead and show the video. I have posted it on our channel, so if you guys want to share it out, that's something, it's a little message to Governor Evers. So
I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. I seen that yesterday and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. Not only beautiful, it's a very strong, true, to the point message that I really think, I honestly think we should send it out to the governor. So, you know, share it out to him on Twitter and
tweet it, Twitter it, whatever, Facebook it, you know. Yeah, no, absolutely. I would love to do more. I'm probably going to do more Dear Governor Evers videos like that. So, and if anybody has any, like for instance, Andy or Dozer sent me those pictures, you know, and they're flowers, and it still made a profound message. So
the words are very, very powerful with the beautiful flowers. It really sends a great message in a kind way, but a very strong one.
So like if you guys have photos that you're like, hey, I take pictures of whatever, you know,
animals, anything,
anything,
your backyard, campfire, anything that normal people do.
Maybe that's something. Oh, I have an idea. Linda, I have an idea.
I just sparked something else, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Always do.
Yes, you did. That's why I love you. We bounce off each other very well. Both literally and metaphorically, because we both got big butts. Anyway, so I have an idea. So supporters out there, if you have a message you want to give to Governor Evers, here's what you should do. Email me or message me on Facebook, or you can email me on my email address is always in the description below,
which I'll put out right now.
send me at least 5 or 6 photos of your choosing, and send me some words that you want in the video, and I'll make these videos and post them on here, and we can share them out.
There you go.
And then that way everyone has a message they have for Governor Evers. We can do a Dear Governor Evers
campaign.
Dear Governor Evers campaign. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah, there you
go. So if you guys want to contribute to that, and I'll make these videos, and then I'll send you the link, and then you'll have the link, and then you can share out your own video. You can share out other people's videos.
And we can all send them to the governor.
We could all send them to the governor. We'll call it our Dear Governor Evers campaign.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. Gosh, that's good. I love it.
Yeah, that's a great idea, isn't it?
Yeah. Glad I had one little spark in that. So there you go. Spark starts a flame.
Wake the hell up.
Yeah. Starts a fire. So there you go.
It's the truth. Yeah, and there's no too much to doing. Like, for instance, I don't know if you guys have seen, if you're in my in our Facebook group, you'll see
hi TJ.
Scroll. You'll see that I posted an event recently. We're gonna do the Send Governor Evers a Pen event again.
Oh yeah, I see the pen. Yep.
Yeah. So we did this last year, and I think it was very successful. Quite a few people sent a pen to Governor Evers. So if you guys,
of them going out.
Yeah. So, and that's something like, and I was thinking, I was like, because when we're going to go out there in July, I'm going to go up there again, and I'm going to ask to speak to him. And that was a really cool moment for me, standing there and watching this lady collect bags of pens that people are sending her.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to see that again. So that's why I was like, let's do it again, guys. So let's send, from now until, here, let me get the link. Rally. From now until the week of the rally, send pens. I already sent mine. I had a custom one. It was like $5, custom made pen that says all it takes is a pen. It's like literally the heading for the Facebook group. That's literally what I had sent to him.
Yep.
Was it all it takes is a pen, free Brendan Dassey.
Nicola's got 12 pens coming tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So
you guys
good,
can
Nicola.
you guys can order regular pens, like, hi.
Yeah.
It always does this naturally. I need to buy a new camera. Anyway, I bought, I got pens like these coming, just regular ballpoint. You can send these kinds of pens. You don't have to do anything fancy. You can put these in a regular envelope too. Like, you might have to
on the envelope, sign the, yep.
You might have to, if you do it like this in a regular envelope, because of the thickness, just letting you know, you probably will have to write non-machinable on it.
They don't listen. They don't listen.
And then put an extra stamp on it. I know they don't for you.
Because
but
I got my damn pen or pin, and it said don't go through, and it did, because it crushed it.
Yeah. Do you need another pen, Linda?
They crushed my stuff. I didn't get a pin.
Pin. Yeah. Do you need another pin?
No, I got it. I'm going to wear it. I've got, and I hope I can find my other pins that I got from my other rallies, because I like to wear all of them. You know what I mean?
I think I have some still in my car from you.
Yeah, I know. I left my, hey, if you can remember to bring my tripod.
It's still in my car.
Good. Because
everything you left in my car is still in my car.
I love you. I love the fact that you don't clean out your car like some people, one little thing, they're vacuuming.
Oh, no. Well, I'm going to clean out my car, but I'm one of those people where every time I cleaned out my car, I'm like, I better leave this because I'm going to be heading back out there.
What Mo said? Read what Mo said. Evers might be in prison by then. Him and Josh are caught in a RICO case.
Robin, was your pen damaged too? Do you need a new pen?
Wait, whose pen? Oh, yours was too, Robin. Yeah, they don't listen. You know what, Becca? As much business as you give them, you think they'd listen to your instructions,
right?
I mean, my gosh, You could run a post office yourself.
If you need another pen, if anything I send to you guys is damaged through the mail, please let me know and I will gladly
Jay straightened it out. She said, yeah, I had to straighten mine out too. It's not broke or anything. It just got smushed, where you have to push the pin part back up to, that clicks it and holds it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, if anything I send anybody comes damaged, please let me know and I'll fix it or promptly send you a replacement or whatever. You know what I mean? But
that's a good idea. She's going to stick hers in a packaging envelope.
Yeah, it probably is for the best, but that way. Yeah. I'm a cheap person, so I do everything.
Well, as much as you do, you kind of. Yeah, you kind of got to do something like that. I get it.
But I do have some good news as far as now that we're bringing up the mail. Yeah. Somebody in the UK had approached me, and she may or may not be listening because I think she said she was still at work. She approached me and she said, hey, I have an idea. So basically, she went to her own printing company in the UK and printed out a bunch of postcards for the UK people. Here they are.
I think it's great. Oh my gosh.
So she took the same postcard that I made, the Free Brendan Dassey, the no evidence, blah, blah, blah. And then she made her own, which I absolutely love.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
Yeah. So these are for the UK people, obviously. So if you can still message me and say, hey, I'm in the UK. These are whatever. And I will just forward her the address. And she will mail them off to you guys. So that way they get to you guys quicker, basically. I trust this person 100%. She's a very good supporter and good person. So don't,
Oh, I don't think they have anything to worry about. We're not the people that support Brendan know that.
Yeah,
I mean, people that right.
Yeah, she bought 500 of these bad boys, each of these bad boys and then here's the other part that she's going to do is she's planning on going. She has permission from me. Yes. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
She so basically she's going to the UK rally as well. So she's doing the same thing we're doing. So she's bringing these postcards and she's going to have UK people fill them out at the rally, and then she's going to mail them to the governor after. The same thing that we're doing at our rallies, because I said I was bringing all these postcards.
I love that postcard, by the way, what it says.
I do too.
It is wonderful. It shows Brendan at who Brendan was at that time.
Right.
And it's very powerful. You know how I feel about the power. The sadder the picture is, the more reality to the picture. I don't mean sad because it's not like we're grabbing for feelings. It was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the stronger the words in less and the more powerful picture, it grabs you. I mean, that's always why a lot of people go, boy, you're a little harsh. Not really. I could be a lot harsher on the way I feel about things. So I think I'm tame. But
you're
when I post something, it's very memorable.
See, here's the thing. Here's my thing. And I get caught up in this too a lot when people are like, you're mean. Yeah. I'm not mean. I'm just very honest and blunt.
Yeah.
I'm honest and blunt. And I'm sorry. Like, if you consider that being mean because I don't sugarcoat something, then I don't know what to tell you. But I'd rather be honest and blunt and 100% with you.
Right.
And
I want to grab somebody's feelings right away from a picture and small words. I do. I want them to look at that and go, whoa. That's, boom. And I told you, I've been to every Walmart in the whole Minnesota tri-state or Twin Cities area, and I have not been able to find any Linda filters. So if you find a Linda filter, you can send it my way. Otherwise, you're getting non-filtered Linda.
Right? So, but that's what I mean. Like, that's just how I am too. I'm very, I'm not going to beat around the bush and say like, oh, I'm very direct.
Well, you have to be.
And,
let's put it this way.
And
Brendan is sitting there in tick, 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 tick time, right? Who's got time?
Right.
You got to hit it hard. And you've been doing really great with these postcards. I am actually blown away as to how good this has been. What a great campaign. I mean, you try for big campaigns, you think they're more powerful, they're more, people are going to gravitate towards them. And I agree to some of them, right? But something as small as a postcard with a major message on the front. I am really blown away how great this campaign has went, and it's still going.
Yeah, I think I'm more proud of the fact that it's being well received by everybody, that people are grabbing these. And
bravo.
That being said, I do have another postcard that I put into print that should be here. It probably will be another week. Let me see. I already showed it. I do have a box of the Free Brendan Dassey with his face up close, and then I have a new
that happens to be that. I'm gonna show you. I don't care. People can look at me and they can laugh all they want to. If they want to laugh. But look, see.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
I get a lot of looks on that. I look terrible.
No, anyway, you don't. You always
I feel terrible, so I look terrible. But yeah, I get this one and that one. The very first one that we made, or that you made and sent to me, not with his face, but the message that I said about it, being, it could be you or your kid, or what would you do
if it was your son, you'd want something done. Which that might be I have a whole bunch of ideas for postcards. I'm just slowly getting through them. So
I think this campaign of postcards could go on very long time. I don't think I don't see an end to it, because
I don't see an end to it either.
Right. I see every new postcard you're doing, people getting them too, that have already gotten them, getting them and sending them.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I encourage, even if you continue to send them, and I'll keep making them. Like I keep saying, if you keep sending them, I'll keep making them, because
I think it's fantastic. It is a small thing a lot of people can do, and the new messages that come out on them are fantastic. I mean, everybody, and see what is so good is everybody can do this. You know what I mean? Everybody's ideas will be able to be on print, because everybody has good ideas.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
It's just like with the t-shirts, guys. If you have an idea for a postcard, if you guys have, it's the same thing with the t-shirts. We take suggestions for t-shirts. I'm also taking suggestions for postcards or anything I do. So, if you guys have an idea for a postcard, let me know and we'll make it work. That's what the UK woman with her postcard, she did her idea on it, and I was like, go for it, do it. Yeah. Do it. I only make suggestions. I only give suggestions, make sure you put the link on it or whatever, because that was the mistake I think I made with the first postcard, is I didn't do that. I just said Free Brendan Dassey, but I should have had the YouTube channel and the greenbrendanhome.org.
Yeah, but you're doing it now.
But but now we're doing it now because that's the thing. The reporter lady who contacted me because of the green postcard, right?
Yeah.
She actually researched into and found our group. That's how she found me.
That's great.
When
is that coming out? So do you know?
She said this month, but it's almost the end of this month, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm anticipating and waiting. I'm like, oh, can't wait.
I've been very nervous. Let's just put it that way.
I get your nervousness. Did I do the right thing? Did I say enough, kind of thing?
Yeah.
But let's put it this way: you spoke from your heart, correct?
Right. Yeah.
You spoke for Brendan, correct?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, then to me, that's a win, because that's all you can do. Right. 2020 is great to have, but in the moment, if you're using your heart and your knowledge and you're speaking truth, it's all a win. You can do only that, and that is bravo to you. You know?
I don't know if anybody is friends with this person, but a friend, Elizabeth Kettler, in the groups, she recently made a post saying that she was also interviewed by the same lady.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so because she was, the lady contacted me and said, hey, because she thought I lived in Wisconsin. And I was like, oh no, I live in Arizona.
Yeah.
She's like,
wish
wow,
you would have
okay.
contacted me because I'm right next door. I can tell you all about your
Well,
damn state,
she
no.
asked me. Well, here's the thing. She asked me, is there any Wisconsin supporters? And me and Brendan, we talked on the phone.
Right.
That following Saturday, and me and him both came up with a list of Wisconsin supporters for us to give to this woman. And Elizabeth was the only one who stepped up, and because everyone else was like, oh no, I can't talk in front of a camera, I can't, and which is fine. Like, I wouldn't want to make anybody do something that they're not comfortable doing. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. You could feel sorry for people like that, but if you're gonna stand up for somebody, put your face there too. I
get it though. There's a difference. It's like YouTube, for instance.
I do.
Like when I first started,
right?
Yeah, when I first started, I was very nervous about YouTube, and now I'm used to it and I'm comfortable. So I was comfortable during the interview. Like, it didn't bother me.
I'm not comfortable on camera. I don't think I'll ever be comfortable on it, even having a YouTube channel. I don't, and as much interviews as I get very anxious. I don't like it. But I learned from, like Eric Hosey kind of just said, if you're gonna speak, put your face there too, so they realize that you're real. And I've kind of just kept that in the back of my head. But I don't know, being in Wisconsin, if I would feel comfortable with that. Only because of this case and what I know Wisconsin capable of. I'm not going to put my face there either.
Well, the one person that said no, one person was sick with a flu. She was really sick. She couldn't do it at the time. So it's like, I can't blame her for that. The other person, she has extreme camera fright, and she said she would like throw up and pass out, sort of thing.
Yeah, we don't want nobody to get too anxious. We understand.
That's what I mean by, I don't want anybody to do something they're super uncomfortable with or have a phobia with doing, because it's not about what you can't do, it's about what you can do. And both of these people are amazing supporters. They're just not camera people,
But don't you think we need more people there's thousands of peoples in these groups.
Oh yeah.
Okay? Thousands.
Oh yeah. I'm not
Why
saying.
Why aren't they showing up at the rallies? Why aren't they?
Well, I know the two people that.
We need to start screaming that. We need to start screaming. We need bodies. We need bodies. We need bodies at these rallies. We have to have bodies in order for it to be powerful. So please, if you're around, if you have nothing to do, if you need a vacation, you support Brendan, show up to the rally. Show up. Be there.
The two people that said they couldn't do the camera thing, they are going to be there at the rally.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that with them.
You are so right, Gary. I know I'm asking a lot. Money, can't afford it. I get it. But if you're in Wisconsin and you support Brendan, be there. I'm sure
the people, like I said, the people that I approached that asked, would you like to be on camera? They said they couldn't or whatever. They are going to be at the rally. So
I respect that. I do. I'm saying just for me, but I'm saying we really.
Well, and hey, like, I'm one of those people where if you had me go stand in a stage full of like thousands of people and ask me, tell us why you think Brendan Dassey should be free, I would do it.
Oh, I would too.
If that would help Brendan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. I get you, Carrie. I do. I understand that times are tough. But in order for us to make an impact, we do need more bodies at these rallies, especially the one in front of Governor Evers. And that's why I'm begging, if people are in Wisconsin and they can bus it together, get a big, huge bus, I don't know, meet us there if you can, please.
Definitely the one in
for locals
Madison.
to show some support.
Yeah. Locals, if anybody could show up to any rally that we're doing, try to make it to the Madison Thursday, July, was it 14th?
That is the most important. It is.
That's the one that I'm really passionate. I'm also really excited about the Calumet one, because Mark Wiegert is retiring, and I am excited about screaming that I hate him. Not hate him, but very displeased with him. I sent him a nice retirement postcard. I hope he likes it. Yeah.
Wiegert, you're the worst. Brendan, you did coerce. Fuck
so, I'm
sorry, not sorry.
I'm kind of excited about the Manitowoc one, but I'm more excited about the other two. So,
I personally am excited about all of them because I love meeting people. I'm a people person, even though I get anxiety about a camera. I'm very much a people person. I am very much a kook, so watch out.
Yeah.
You'll hear me. I am what I am, right, Becca? I mean,
yes, you are.
I am this and a whole lot more.
That's why we love you. You are what you are. Yeah.
I am what I am. For sure. At least I'm not fake. I can't stand fake.
I mean, you can't say that about you. You definitely can't say that about you.
I don't know if I'll embarrass you or not, but if you're anything
you never
like
embarrass me. No, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to embarrass me, and the only reason why I told you to shut up and get in the car is because I didn't feel like going to a Wisconsin prison. So
yeah,
that was the only reason why I told you to shut up and get in the car. No, it takes a lot to embarrass me because I've seen it all. I've been through all. I've had different friends do different things, and I'm just like, whatever. Like, it doesn't bother me. I just don't want to have to bail you out of prison. That's all.
So. Yeah, look, I've already warned my mom when I leave for it. Mom, I might be calling you because I might be going in on vacation, coming out on probation. You never know.
Right? Go to Wisconsin. What does it say? Come on vacation, leave
on probation.
Yeah.
Because it's a pay or stay state. So that means
pay or stay, yeah.
That's right.
You have to pay your ticket or you stay. Which I tell them, if you're going to feed me, then I'm cool with that, right?
Well, I don't know. I hear their jails ain't really that bad, but because it gets
it can't be worse than it can't be worse than no offense, but like Maricopa County.
Yeah, oh my God.
Down in Phoenix. It can't be worse than that. So
yeah, I don't get no green bologna.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
If you guys know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know.
Carrie says, Becca, you'll have to get me and Carrie out of
Right? I know. I'm going to be like, both of you, get in the fucking car.
Listen, I honestly believe that Carrie's going to be my partner in crime.
I believe it. I 100% believe it.
Yeah,
I really do.
Because I'm really out there, and I know she is too. She just needs me to pull her out more.
Yeah.
We're going to have fun. I'm looking forward to it.
I think it's going to be, like, that is something I'm excited about. I'm excited about meeting everybody. I'm excited about the rally house. I'm excited. Yeah, standing up for Brendan. Like I said, there's stuff going on. I'm nervous about the Manitowoc rally, but we'll see how it goes.
Let's put it this way. I believe that the whole trip for me is everything involved. Meeting the people, speaking the word, standing there for Brendan, letting his family know that I support them, letting the world know that I support him.
Right.
Because to me, it's just all good. I don't believe that there's any bad that comes there. At least if there is bad that comes there, we do not see it.
I guess I have that anxiety or fear of going there and then being hated on.
But you know what? You're so loved. You're so loved.
You say that, sweetie. But broken justice.
Hi, sweetie.
You say that, but
yeah. No, you are very loved. Nice to see you, honey.
But yeah, we've got supporter packs are still going. I sent out a whole bunch. I'm going to be making a deposit here soon. I'm waiting for.
Did you want to read about that Supreme Court?
Oh yeah, I will. I will. Yeah, so I just went, as soon as I get the monies from Teespring, because Brendan has more merch money coming to him, I was going to deposit the merch money plus the supporter pack money, but I will post the receipt for you guys to see. It's a lot of money, actually, this time around, so we did good, guys.
Oh, I spelled that wrong. Fingers are not awake.
So I wanted to read this article because it does concern people like Brendan. Hold on.
Yeah.
This is
I'm a little angered about, so
it's sad.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute here for a minute because my dog is gonna start barking. There's somebody in our closely in our yard.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Okay, but I'm listening.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and post the link in the chat if you guys want to read it yourself. It's like I said, it's sad. Like it literally like full disclosure, I'm not for the death penalty. I don't think there should be a death penalty. I'm on the fence with life in prison for the rest of your life, but I think there are certain crimes where that is the best option is life in prison. Like obviously if you murder like 20 people, you shouldn't be released from prison. But anyway, this is the article. Supreme Court makes it tougher for inmates to win release from prison due to bad lawyering claims. So what that means, like, let me break that down for you guys in simple terms. Brendan has Len Kaczynski. He was ineffective counsel to the extreme to the max. Hey, Disco. Hey, Pete. So Brendan Dassey had really bad lawyers, basically the whole entire time. From the first lawyer to the last lawyer, I would say he had ineffective counsel. So basically what the Supreme Court is, this would apply to Brendan in a way. If this was an angle that his lawyers ever decided to try, but I'll go ahead and read on. The Supreme Court, in a ruling Monday, made it tougher for prison inmates to win release, barring federal courts from holding evidentiary hearings or considering new evidence of claims that their attorneys did not provide them with adequate legal representation after convictions in state court. All 6 Supreme Court conservatives voted in the majority in the case, which related to 2 Arizona state prison inmates on death row for separate murders. They challenged the legitimacy of their incarcerations. The court's 3 liberal justices all disdained from the majority opinion, which Justice Clarence Thomas wrote. Thomas's opinion says that Arizona Federal District Court erred on considering new evidence presented by the inmates. David Martina Rambrias and Barry Lee Jones to support claims that their defense lawyers had given ineffective assistance of counsel in post-conviction proceedings. Thomas said federal courts can only consider evidence already presented in the state court record of the case. In her blistering dissent, Justice Sonia Sotomayor called the majority opinion perverse and illogical. She said it will have devastating outcome for inmates beyond the 2 in case decide Monday. Sorry for the yawning. Hey there, Pete. Yeah, I saw this article. So I saw this. Roxana posted a link, or not a link, but a screenshot on Twitter. She asked J-Jax they should do an open panel. I was like, are you kidding me under that comment? And I went and I Googled it, and yeah, night shift's starting to kick in. I Googled it, and yeah, this is what happened. So what this basically is saying that if you have a case like Brendan Dassey, who has ineffective counsel from the get-go, and it is considered new evidence in his case, which I think it would be at any case, because who has ineffective counsel during the court proceedings?
Exactly. I'm back. Sorry.
I mean, it does happen, but like, if Brendan, for instance, tried to do ineffective counsel,
and we know his was, look at Len Kaczynski. Come on.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Len Kaczynski was, he did try to do ineffective counsel on Len Kaczynski, and it didn't go through.
Yeah.
Remember, Judge Fox was like, get over it. So that means that in the future, basically what this means is that if somebody decided at state level to do an ineffective counsel and it didn't work at state level, by the time it reached federal level, the judges are going to pretty much say, we're not looking at it. Flat, blank out, we're not looking at it.
And they already don't look at so many cases.
They already don't look at it, yeah.
Okay, like 3%. 3% are seen by the state Supreme Court. So remember that.
Right. That's why Brendan's failed.
Yep.
When it went to the Supreme Court, is because honestly, I feel personally they failed to do Brendan's, because if for them to admit that something bad happened with Brendan's case, they would have to admit
it happened in Stevens.
They would have to admit everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. And they would actually have to be investigated as corruption through a lot of their cases. I would think they would have to go back and check all of Pratt's cases, all, you know what I mean, from that point on, because it would show that much corruption. So it would bring, that's the issue here. It isn't that they're innocent. It isn't that they don't know they're innocent. It is that they don't want to be accountable for having the whole state's justice system be looked at.
Yeah.
It's really a mess. And this also stems from the federal laws saying that innocent, just because you're innocent doesn't mean that you're going to get out. I mean, it's the most stupidest. I mean, I don't understand how it's such a oxymoron, their laws, the justice system in itself. It says one thing and then in the next sentence completely says something opposite of it. So it's confusing.
Yeah. In the article, it says the court understates or ignores altogether the gravity of the state system's failures in these two cases. She's talking about the two cases that were brought in front of the Supreme Court that they denied seeing. To put it bluntly, two men whose trial attorneys did not provide even the bare minimum level of representation required by the Constitution may be executed because forces outside of their control prevented them from vindicating their constitutional right to counsel. It's hard to imagine a more extreme malfunction than the prejudicial deprivation of a right that constitutes the foundation of our adversary system. So basically, these two cases in Arizona, my state, who are on death row, who are going to be executed, are going to be refused seen by the Supreme Court because they don't want to. Basically, they don't want to. Not because of any other reason other than, we don't agree with that ineffective counsel bullshit. Yeah, exactly. It's like saying if your lawyer does a bad job, that's somehow your fault. If you're like one of these dudes, the attorney for both men said today is a sad day. It is tragic for Barry Jones, who remains in prison, not with outstanding evidence, which the district court determined undercut the murder charge against him, evidence showing that the conviction was based on assertions that were scientifically untrue. Right? So there's that one. And then the other guy, David Ramirez, who faces the death penalty with no court to hear the powerful mitigating evidence of his intellectual disability and the abuse he suffered as a child. that would have prevented the imposition of the death penalty. And not a lot of people know this, but you're not allowed to execute somebody
in with mental health issues,
with an intellectual disability.
Right.
Yeah. So if this guy has an intellectual disability that it wasn't presented because ineffective counsel, they're still not allowed to present it because the ineffective counsel is considered quote unquote new evidence and you can't use it.
That is absolutely, like I just said, complete oxymoron. It's a complete oxymoron. It's completely the opposite of what they're trying to. Our justice system is justice in one sentence and injustice in the next.
That's why my dad said this to me and it rings true. Don't call it a justice system. There's no justice in it anymore. It's a legal system.
Yeah. And well, it's not even that. It's not even a legal system. Tell your dad it's went up one level. Okay. It's total injustice and illegal. I'm so sorry. That is what I see more and more of the law, using it in little loopholes to get out, which is illegal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, it's just it sucks is because it's not even that these men are life in prison, but these men are on death row. So that means Arizona is going to effectively murder possibly 2 people, one of which might be innocent, and the other one who, I mean, I know we all have our opinions.
A low
understanding
of life. Yeah. Let's put it this way. I don't agree with institutions that of the past. Okay.
Right.
But our modern technology and things can actually help some of these people that should be institutionalized. Like they should have a prison for insane people. You know what I mean? Because they will be there. They need help. You could work on their mental issues, maybe teaching them other things. They might be able to be fixed, I mean, they might be able to enjoy a life, okay? At least a better level than being in a prison where they don't understand what's going on around them, or on death row where they're completely alone. I'm not sympathizing with crimes that are made. I'm not sympathizing with them. What I'm saying is there's a better way to handle human beings, no matter what. They're human beings, okay?
Right. At the end of the day, they're human beings. And like what Carrie pointed out, there's certain crimes that like it's really hard to stand for. Like I was saying before we went live to Linda privately, there's certain crimes that should this person be released out of prison and see the light of day? Absolutely not. There are some really horrific things that are done out there that I absolutely agree. They should be in prison for the rest of their life. Never leave prison. You do not belong in our society. But I can't consciously say murder that person, because to me it's murder.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing they're doing. It
for us to have a society that is based on evolving and being civil. I don't think you can have death penalty and then call yourself a
human, a rational human.
A rational society, like, because you're just as bad as the bad people who are killing innocent people. A lot of things, and like to each their own. Like I don't judge Carrie, you for instance, for believing in the death penalty, because
I just know that innocent people have been killed. Innocent
people. There are lots of innocent people on death row, and that's what makes me really nervous about it.
On Netflix, it was about this guy who was mentally challenged. He had a doppelganger out there who looked just like him. Do you remember that story?
No, but it's very common.
Killed him. They killed him. Okay.
Yeah.
And he was innocent. And that just broke my heart, and that changed my mind. And Carrie, I agree with you. I am glad that killer is dead because of what he did. But I would have liked to know why.
I think everybody also should have their day in court. But like, I'm not mad that guy died either. You know what I'm saying?
He killed all them. He went in one room and killed every single person that was in that room.
Right. I'm not mad that he died.
So as far as that goes, I'm just going to put this out there. I do believe that we should stop worrying about other things in this world and really start putting our worries on how to protect our children.
Right.
Like 9/11, we locked down airports, airplanes, all that stuff made it so we couldn't have that happen again, right? There's too many. One of these shootings is too many. But look at how many we've had, how many young children, older children, teachers, innocent bystanders have died from these kids who have issues that are seen that nobody reports. We need to lock down our schools. I don't care if my grandchildren have to go through 5 cops and have cops surrounding, and it looks like a jail in there. I don't care. I want my grandchildren to have a good education. I want them to be safe, and they are not. And it's not just from shootings. It's from being abducted. There are lots of things that happen in school where your child is supposed to be safe. I don't want people to feel they can't give their kids an education, because an education is the only way you're going to make it in this world. So I think we really should do that. I think we'll let them people start showing our children some safety, and maybe they can stop this.
Anyway, so we kind of went off on a different.
Sorry. But it happened last night, and I'm very raw with it.
No, I know. A lot of people are very upset and raw with it, and I understand. And like I said, I understand what Carrie's saying. I understand what anybody's saying when it comes to the death penalty, especially when it involves children, because that's only a monster can truly want to hurt a child. You know what I mean? I completely and totally understand that. I'm not mad that guy. I think this is going to sound really awful. Everyone deserves their day in court, but there's some people that I'm like, cool, you saved taxpayer money when you took him out. You know what I mean? So, or if he took himself out, I don't know.
No, they got him.
They got him good. So that's what I mean. I'm not mad about it. I do think everyone deserves their day in court, and I don't know. It's just the death penalty to me. It's just you've got for instance in this article, you've got 2 people that possibly could not. One guy could be innocent, and the other guy, intellectual disability is basically it's almost like saying the kind of people I work with, where they don't have the mind and understanding to understand exactly what they did wrong. Does that mean they should be held accountable? Absolutely. Prison for life. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yeah. I agree too. And I agree that there should be different types of prisons. I've said this for a long time. I think that drug prisons, there should be people who are drug related crimes, because that is something that can be fixed. You can get treatment, you can learn how to have a better life, and you can get out. Then there's murderers, okay? For whatever reason. Some are self-defense, found guilty because of the events that happened. We don't know. Whatever. Doesn't mean they're always going to murder, right? I mean, but then there's those ones with the psychological murdering, serial killers, pedophiles, all of them, they belong in another one. I think there should be separate prisons.
I think so too.
And I honestly do not ever believe that child under the age of 21 should ever be in an adult prison.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
That's just how I feel about the whole system.
But I mean, I know, there's certain topics that me and Linda, I know. Bye, Jenny. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here.
There's certain topics that me and Linda, for instance, will go back and forth on. I respect her opinion. I hope she respects mine. But we don't necessarily see eye and eye.
Right.
Which is fine.
It's what makes the world tick,
for instance, I think anybody that makes an effort can be rehabilitated. Linda doesn't think so on certain crimes, which is fine. Because I barely understand those things either.
Right. And I've done some deep diving in them, and I wish I could feel, because see, I believe like you too, Becca, that everybody has a right to
I have a very
chance.
rainbow and unicorn
Me too.
when it comes to people.
Let's face it, me too. Me too. I really do. I do believe in rehabilitation and all of that. But there are certain crimes that I do believe, and even the killers themselves have said, I will not change. I will go out and do this again. Them type of people need to be in. I don't believe they need to die. I think they just need to be in a place that can handle their mental issues and make whatever life they have at least livable, because they are humans.
Right. Yeah. That's the only thing is I think, we are human. We need to respect other humans as human beings, and not treat them like animals, not treat them worse than animals. Even some prisons treat them worse than animals.
It's a correctional facility, which means to help correct the issue, but they do not. Okay. Because they're sticking all of these people in one place where you can't relate to everybody, and you do become either very harsh in prison, but I don't believe you become educated or corrected in prison. So that's why I think drug crimes need to be in a drug facility where they can get treatments for exactly what they're on, and, you know, help them learn that there's a better life. Because face it, if they weren't on drugs, they probably wouldn't have stole that car or went and robbed that bank, or, you know what I mean, or sold drugs, you know, because they were drug addicted, whatever that might be. But they can still learn and learn a better way without it again. But there are some crimes that, hey, if you're going to be there for life, you know, at least you should have people interaction, unless you're so violent, you know. I mean, I understand there's probably some of them, but most of them, if you put them in a prison and they're in a room by themselves 23, you know, hours, and they only get an hour out in a cage, you know, that's not living. That's just containing. And that is they'll get a lot more mental issues.
Right. You know? I agree. I agree 100%. Carrie, it's funny you say that, because I have a couple of friends who are incarcerated, other than Brendan, and one of them I used to work with. I consider him a good friend, and you're right. Because I asked him, when he talks about a friend, I was like, what is he in for? Just out of curiosity. And he's like, I don't know. They won't, you know, you don't talk about it. You don't talk about it, because that could flag you. That could make you can be a target just by whatever your crime was. You know, you piss off the wrong, if you piss off the wrong person, and they're like, well, this guy, you know, sold drugs to kids, and fuck that dude. You know what I mean? So it's like an unspoken rule. You don't ask. But there are some people in there that, like, unless it's a high profile case, you can't help it because it's on the news and stuff. So, like, for instance, Brendan.
And then they're solitaried for a while, you know?
Yeah, Brendan, people know what Brendan's in for, obviously, but they know he's innocent. So that's one of the blessings in that one.
And I've always wondered about Stephen too, you know, but I guess people believe he's innocent too in prison.
I've been told both. I've been told both. It's hard to tell with Stephen, because with Brendan, every single person is like, oh yeah, the guy's innocent.
Still, Becca, he was put in a prison that Chris Watts was in. Okay, I mean, let's, you know, that is something totally different. You're putting
he wasn't. He wasn't.
Anybody.
Chris Watts was in Dodge. Yep. And Stephen's in Wupon. They're in the same town, but two different prisons. Yeah. Isn't that weird?
What are the chances of a juvenile being put in that place with that person?
Oh, I know.
Basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not to say that Chris Watts, because he did his family in. He's an evil monster, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want children under the age of 21. I don't care what your crime is, in there with those kind of people.
Because it's bad. You're a target.
Yeah.
You're a target.
You're a target.
You straight blank for older people in prison consider younger prisoners targets for all sorts of awful shit. Yep. Awful shit.
Damien Nichols is a very good case of what happens to you.
Yes.
In prison. What
he experienced in prison is sickening.
It is.
And is an absolute crime. And the fact that they did that to him and the state allowed it.
And continually.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like, I want to die. Thank you. Please kill me. You know, I mean, he didn't want, and that should never happen to anybody. Nobody. Look at Khalif Bauer, same thing. In Rikers Island, same thing. And he never even went to court. That is what you have to stop, because that makes their whole mental thought process change. You know, it brings on PTSD. It brings on a whole lot of other things. And that person will never be the same, you know?
Yeah. So. Oh, Chris Watts' house
yes,
is for
it did
sale.
For $666,000.
Oh, that's not bad for a 5-bedroom, 4-bath.
666? Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the actual price of it.
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm all like, ooh, let's go look at it. It's not a bad price for a 5-bedroom though.
Okay, but who wants to live in the house that that one was?
We don't know. Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't know if she was killed in the house. We don't know.
He said that, so I believe him. I believe everything he said, because he said it. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't feed into any of that Watts conspiracy. Just don't. Sorry.
I don't know. I was talking about this with a coworker actually, and because somebody was talking about how there was a house. I forget what house it was.
He's not the first.
Oh, Jody. We were talking about Jody Arez at work last night.
Oh God, there's another one.
Yeah, and the house that she killed her boyfriend in it happened here in Arizona. So it's very well known out here.
Yeah,
and the house that she killed her boyfriend in the bathroom. That house went up for sale like a couple of years ago, and somebody actually bought it for a really good price. And they actually did a news interview, and the person, my coworker, was telling me that the person who bought the house seemed really unfazed by it, by the whole crime and everything. And I was joking with her. I was just like, yeah, just bring some sage in there and
if you went out there to see it, Carrie wants to know if you went there to see that house.
No, I wouldn't do that.
It'd be a bloody mess, huh?
It's all clear. Apparently, the lady said that everything was stripped, like carpets and stuff, and the bathroom was, because he was murdered in the bathroom. And
see,
like the bathroom was
the son. Yep, that's terrible, honey. I'm sorry. That's terrible, but it changes them. But your son's whole story has changed. He's gotten things that do not happen. So he gets his son back. I am so happy for you. You have no idea.
I'm just saying, the Chris Watts house is a beautiful house. And
it is. Oh, fuck yeah, it is. Sure is. And if I didn't know what happened, I would buy it. It
depends on the vibes of the house too. So like, if the vibes felt right in the house, I would buy it.
Listen, I'd sage that place like a million times.
Sage it like hell, yeah. Sage it, absolutely. I'm saying it's a gorgeous house. That price, by the way, is a steal for a house that big. Just
I'd have Sammy come out and de-ghost to my house for me.
It's haunted, yeah. We can do. Oh, I don't even want to say it out loud.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to be disrespectful. But
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm sorry, you got to go if I'm living in the house, because I ain't dealing with that.
I watched a few shows recently that said they tore down some houses involved in horrific crimes because the neighbors asked for it. Boy, there is a few houses that, there's like a house, I think, in I forget what city. It was like Denver or something like that, where or maybe it was out near you, Linda.
Yep. Exactly, Disco. They do. They have tore houses down. There's that house tore down where them girls were in Chicago that were.
That's what I was thinking of.
Where them girls were in there for blocked in there, and they had babies and everything in there from that guy. Remember him?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because some evil is just so powerful in the house that you can't.
Yeah.
You know, when you have horrific crimes that are committed, like there's this, like I said, there's this one house, and maybe it's in California. I don't remember, where this guy used to kidnap women.
Yep. Nope. That's in Chicago too. Yep.
And then he would kill them.
Yep. And buried him in the basement, had him in the closet.
Buried them in the basement and stuff. Yeah. And like one woman fell out of a window.
Yes. That's the one that got away. Yeah. With the broken leg.
They tore down that house completely because the neighborhood was like, get rid of it.
Yeah, they didn't want the evil there. They just felt that
there's some things. Yeah, well, I think it's the truth. There are some evils in this world that they're just there, and you don't like tear it down.
Yeah. I
don't think the Chris Watts house.
Yes, tear it down. You down right, man. Oh yeah.
I think when it comes to like individual crimes where it's once and done, like Chris Watts or Jody Arez, there might be some. There might be some.
They took
negative.
They took that down too. The Dahmer apartments.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I went out there and I looked at the apartments, and then because they're actually. They rebuilt the apartments in the same spot.
Oh, really? Ooh.
Yeah. But they tore down the original apartment.
Yep, they tore it down.
So when I was out, so this was like in 2019, I still have the picture from it. I was killing time in between Chicago and Milwaukee because I was waiting for somebody's flight. So I decided to go drive to the Dahmer apartments, and it's actually listed as Dahmer Apartments.
Yep.
You know,
it's very
on Google, so I actually went there, and it's almost the exact same apartments, like
really?
Literally
a brownstone building like that.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes, I have the pictures. I'll show you guys when we're done with this live.
Because you want to know something? As bad as he was, he stood there in court and he said, "You can never let me out.
Some of them admit to it.
You should kill me because I will never change. I knew there was something wrong with me. I am sick." You know,
right? Yeah, some of them are like Edmund Kemper, for instance.
He's one of my favorites. Kemper.
He's one of my favorite too.
He's going to be on Friday night on Making a Serial Killer. It's called The Making of a Serial Killer. Yep, it's Kemper on Kemper. I'm ready for that. I love it.
I actually, Edmund Kemper, considering he seems like a pretty nice guy. But funny enough, though, the guy looks almost exactly like my dad did back in the day.
But you know something? He helped the FBI establish.
That's what I mean. He's actually done a lot of good in prison.
Serial killers. He said, call them serial killers.
Yeah, it sounds weird to say this, but like once he was incarcerated, he actually did a lot of good.
Yes.
In life. He helped them understand serial killers. He actually did a lot of book tapes. Like he would volunteer to.
He was extremely smart, but a lot of them
are very smart.
They are.
He volunteered to read, like, so he would read books, and then they would record it, and then they would sell read books for the blind. Yeah.
Yep. And he did help the FBI in a lot of cases figure out who they were, why, he was like the first one that helped learning how to profile, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that how it is?
I mean, if you take away the fact that he killed his mom and then
his grandparents and his mom and
ate her voice box or whatever. I mean, if you take away from that, he sounds like a really nice guy, right?
Yeah. He did really terrible things with her head, and it was just I'm laughing about it. It's very disrespectful. I don't mean that. I laugh in uncomfortable situations like that.
I know. I made a really bad joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So but anyway, we've really talked about a lot today.
I know that's why I like Wednesdays sometimes, because it's just like a free flow of we're just here talking and chilling.
Yeah.
Well, talking about whatever, and then updating on Brendan's stuff. So, everybody. That's
boy, am I ever getting a response on this couple that I put out first. Some people thought it was me. but it wasn't me. I put a post out this morning. This lady's husband went missing. He has some depression problems and whatever. And people are asking me, is that your husband? No. So I had to go on the post and say, this is not my husband. But I've had a very, very big response for it. It's, I try to, if people are on YouTube, a lot of people are not on YouTube, but if you're on YouTube, check out my community page every day. I put out so many missing people and of current events that are going on. So check it once in a while. You might know this person. You might have seen this person. You, whatever, you know, if you see it, share it, because the more people that see these people, it helps. You don't have to dig deep into a case to want to help a case. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hold on.
I'm giving myself a foolish little plug there. Check out my YouTube.
Fine. Yeah, everyone check out Linda's YouTube. She does a lot of great videos. She posts a lot on her community page about missing persons cases and stuff like that, which I think is very cool. I think she's also I don't know nice way to put it, but it doesn't have, she's very non-discriminative as far as what kind of missing cases. Like, it doesn't matter, like, because I know a lot of people on YouTube concentrate on certain cases.
Yeah.
Linda very much is whatever she sees, she posts. So I think that's really cool. So, you know, if you want to keep up with that kind of stuff and, you know.
Yeah, I try to, I mean, because just because they're from, let's say, Iowa, a state, you know, doesn't mean that they haven't crossed borders, took a plane, went to another country even, you know, or been shipped to another country through trafficking, which is very, very prominent in all of our world. So I just think it's important that the more people see it and help post it, it just helps. And it's a small little thing you can do. Don't really even have to dig into it. And, you know, it's good to see a good response. This person's husband suffers from depression, and he went off and shut his phone off at 6:30 at night, and she has children and she's worried about him. And I know what that feels like. So if I could pass that along and somebody's going to see that, might save his life, might get him some help, might see him in a hospital. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Right. So I'm going to share this real quick because, like I said, we were talking about it and it's very uncanny. So this is, hold on. This could just be the era of which these photos were taken and the style. So don't.
Oh, I just also want to mention that today is National Missing Persons Day. So please pay attention to the missing people today.
Yeah.
Another little plug.
Okay. So here's Edmund Kemper.
Edmund Kemper. He's a big guy with dark glasses, dark hair.
Now, look at his face. Look at his mustache. Look at the glasses. Hold on. Where did I post the other picture? Dang it, I did it again.
I think I seen this. And I think I remember saying, yep, but your dad sure does.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, hold on.
He does. Because I think I remember me telling you about Kemper before. Yeah, there you go. That's Kemper.
All right, hold on. I thought I saved the picture, but it didn't go. Where is it then? Am I going crazy? I obviously am.
Back to your pictures. Anyway, he wasn't a really bad looking guy, but he was a big. He doesn't look big here, but the guy was 6 foot something, and he was huge. You know,
this is my dad back in the 80s or so. Probably 70s actually. That's my dad back in the 70s. Don't they look alike?
Well, let me see your dad now. I'm looking at YouTube, so you know me. It's going to take a minute. They're getting my last 2 words. There's a leg. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. There we go. Yeah. Now,
I'm not saying my dad looks like a serial killer, but I am saying, where were you in the 70s, Dad? Edmund Kemper is still alive. So like I it's so hard to prove that he isn't Edward Kemper. But
yes, Disco. Yes, let me tell you something. I agree with you. You know, Ramez, whatever that. He was so creepy looking.
See, look at.
Yeah, I would walk the other side of the street if I seen a man like that. I would, and I'm not a scary chick. I don't get scared. But if I seen Ramez or whatever his name was, I'd walk the other side. This guy, I wouldn't walk the other side. Outside, I'd be looking at him like, damn, you're a huge dude, you know, because he's big.
Yeah.
Because Kemper's a big guy.
Okay, yeah. So this is baby down here. You've got my sister Heather and Meredith. And then there's my sister Mandy. And then that's me. This is technically my sister Heather's photos that she has in her house.
Little bad guy.
This was the picture I could find immediately off of my dad's Facebook that he was tagged in. There's another picture. Here.
So cute, Becca.
Here.
Look at the little redhead.
Oh, I'm all being all creepy with my dad's family photos. Hold on. Thank you.
Yeah,
I rocked the 70s.
I tend to agree. I think he's kind of the hottest one too, actually.
Who, Edmund? Or my dad?
Well, I think Ed Kemper was the hottest fucking one.
He was attractive. He was smart.
Yeah,
but he was smart. Apparently he was very socially awkward. Yeah,
I don't like when he did to people's skulls. Let's just put it that way.
Like I said, if it wasn't for the fact that he killed women in his own family and did awful things to them.
Yeah.
Can we really say he was a bad guy? Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's another picture of my dad back then. But as you can see, the mustache,
really
the glasses. Yeah, the mustache, and that's my sister Meredith, and that's
your
my
dad
sister
wasn't
Heather.
Walking around the streets out there when that was going on, because he would have thought you were being abducted by this Kemper.
My dad actually has a story. So when my sister Meredith, the one that he's holding, was a little bit older,
yeah,
they were in front of. They were walking. We all were born and raised in St. Louis.
St. Louis, Missouri. It's a show.
Yep.
State.
And my dad was walking, and my sister Meredith was with him, and they were looking in through the windows, and she happened to stop at this toy store, and he was a couple of feet down from her, but he was still, he was watching her. And this dude comes up to my sister when he was like, "Hey, do you want to come with me?" And my dad, who happened to be right there, I guess he didn't think that my dad was with her, but he literally was like right behind him immediately. He's like, "Not today." So like,
yeah, not today, buddy.
It happens a lot in St. Louis. I actually grew up where there was a lot of rules we weren't allowed to do in St. Louis because of there was a lot of abductions.
I'm so sorry, but you drive through Missouri like I did going to Florida, and it looks like a very sad state, and it does look like the most abducted child state there ever was, and it is.
Yeah,
is, or at least it used to be. Actually,
it was pretty bad when I was a kid. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
California is #1 for missing people right now. And everybody says Tennessee, this and that. No, they're down there on the totem pole. Even New York is down there. Okay, it's states you wouldn't even, Washington, Oregon.
So again, Edmund Kemper, who is in prison, and we can confirm that, and my dad, are they the same person? I don't know. But it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy. We could start a whole new YouTube.
Right.
Let's start going. Is Becca's dad Kemper?
Is
he not?
Is he not? My dad is.
If he, by the way, what was he doing in the 70s?
My dad does not act like a serial killer. He's very respectful towards women. As far as I'm aware, he's never killed his mother. So.
Or done horrible things to her skull.
Or done horrible things to other women. But he was kind of a playboy, so I don't know what's to say,
Yeah, we just don't have the track down on that yet. We have to FOIA stuff.
Where were you in the 70s? He'd say Vietnam, and I'd say that's very, very interesting.
That's a good alibi.
Alibi, yes.
Yeah, that's a good alibi. Can we check that out? Well, probably not because it's government records. So you really did come up with a good alibi. We can't check.
Yeah, that's a good alibi.
Anyway, well, this has been fun, Becca. I'm glad I made it, and I will make it next week too.
Yeah, awesome. So everyone,
have a great day. Take the best.
Yeah, have a great day, and keep an eye on the Facebook group for the postcards when they come out. If you're in the UK, go ahead and message me, and I'll get some of those out to you through the UK person. Let's put her to work, right? So I do have postcards that I put out, like a couple of course, it's not your death.
Oh, jeez. Boy, we're getting
if I did send out a couple, lots of postcards actually a couple of days ago, so people should start be getting them. But if you haven't gotten yours yet, go ahead and message me, and I'll send out some more. There's no such thing as too many postcards, right?
Right.
So, yeah, and supporter packs, come and get them if you want them, or let me know if you want me to set one aside for you. And yeah, that's all I got. So thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Becca.
And thank you, everybody. And I hope you all have a good day. And let's do something positive for Brendan.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.